Oh, hey, I guess you want some help on the assignment, so let's do that. Okay, I've signed in as my generic student page, and you should see the assignment right here. It's the Continental Drift practice assessment, so it's going to be the multiple choice one. And then I also have the reading assigned. So go ahead and open up one of these in a new tab. So I have the assessment opened up in a new tab, and I'm going to click on the reading and open the reading. I'm just going to say this out loud. You're probably not watching the video anyways, but a bunch of y'all are just doing the practice assignments and not opening up the reading. Please do yourself a favor. If you want your grades to be passing, open up the reading and read and try to find the answers. Read and find out. There's only one page here. It's not that long. It's even like sectioned up into 3 different sections that have titles that kind of tell you about what these paragraphs are about. If you're not willing to read and try to find out some of the answers, it's going to be tough for you to guess a lot of this stuff. So let's just go ahead and look at the questions. There are 9 questions. Make sure you hit submit when you're done. Let's look at the questions and see what kind of answers they're talking about. So right at the beginning, they talk about South America and Africa appearing to fit together like puzzle pieces. This observation can be explained by what? What explains the way that Africa and South America appear to fit together? Ignore the Mesosaurus right here that they're showing, but just look at the shapes of the continents themselves. What could explain how they fit together, how they move around? And so you have 4 choices here to kind of help you figure something out. So read through your answer choices, read through that section of the reading, look at the map, and try to figure out what makes sense as far as your answer choices here. Number 2, according to Wegener's continental drift hypothesis, the continents were once part of a supercontinent called what? And so that is in this very first section here, right at the top of the page. In this first section, he talks about the supercontinent, what the name of it was, and also how long ago it was a thing and when they think it started to break up. So not only do you get the name of the supercontinent, but on the very next question, they ask you about approximately what time frame the continents were joined together and were part of that supercontinent. So you should be able to find both of those answers right here in the first 2 paragraphs. So do a little bit of reading, get the name of the continent where all the supercontinent where all of them were together, and get the time frame that they were together around, and that should help you answer number 2 and 3. Now, question number 4, which mechanism for continental motion did Wegener propose in his continental drift hypothesis? So if we come back here, evidence supporting continental drift, I don't know that it's going to be in this one. I think this, I think it's going to be in the last one. Reaction. Yeah, and it's kind of right in the middle here. They talk about why he thinks that the continents are moving around. That ends up being wrong. He was wrong about that particular part, but that is the answer to the question. They want to know why did Wegener, what mechanism did Wegener propose for the continental drift hypothesis? And so it should be in that last section towards the bottom of the page. Number 5, which statement best explains Wegener's hypothesis of the continental drift? Just read through these 4 answers and see what makes the most sense for this particular section. So he's talking about the continents kind of drifting around the Earth in the same way that we know plate tectonics today, but without all the details. And so read through each of these and see if that makes sense for what you just read in the textbook. Number 6, which statement best compares the theories of plate tectonics and continental drift? So what are the differences between plate tectonics and continental drift? They are somewhat close, but I'll tell you it's not A. They are not two names for the exact same theory. Plate tectonics is correct, and we use it today. Continental drift had too many problems, and we do not use the theory of continental drift anymore. And so there's going to be one main difference, or maybe even a couple main differences, but at least one large one. So read and try to figure out what the difference between plate tectonics and continental drift is. And that's probably going to be in this last paragraph. In the last paragraph, they mention plate tectonics and should kind of give you a little bit of indication as to what the difference is between plate tectonics and continental drift is. Number 7, which statement best summarizes the theory of continental drift? I thought we already did that. Which statement best explains Wegener's hypothesis of continental drift? So it's going to be really similar answers from number 5 to number 7. Which statement best summarizes the theory of continental drift? Read through each of these and see which one you think makes sense for continental drift. Number 8, which statement does not summarize one of the lines of evidence used by Alfred Wegener to support his theory of continental drift? So the lines, the evidence he used are all going to be either in the first chapter or the second chapter. And I kind of went over those yesterday. They're going to be the shapes of the continents, how South America and Africa fit together. They're going to be different fossils that he found on different sides of the ocean that match up but don't have a good explanation for how they got there. The same thing with mountain ranges. You can see mountain ranges that are connected and formed at the same time and have the same rocks on different sides of the ocean. And so how did that happen? And then glacier evidence in different parts of the world where it doesn't really belong. How did those glaciers get there? All of those are going to be part of the evidence that Wegener used to justify his continental drift hypothesis. Which one is not? So you're looking for an answer that's not one of those 4 that I just mentioned. And then number 9, which statement best explains a major difference between Wegener's continental drift hypothesis and the theory of plate tectonics? So again, they've already asked this question a little bit, so you should have a good understanding of the answer. But what's the difference between the currently used plate tectonics, which we haven't really gone over yet, but they do describe it, and Wegener's continental drift hypothesis? So if you come back over here, that's going to be in that very last section towards the bottom part of the page. In reaction to Wegener's hypothesis, they talk about plate tectonics, and they'll talk a little bit about what some of the main differences are. So if you have any questions, please email me. Please let me know, and I will send you an email back. I've been emailing lots of my chemistry students, getting them some answers. So please let me know, and I will get back to you with that. And I hope everybody has a nice day and enjoys their time away from the school building. I'm just here in the classroom trying to get some stuff done. So everybody have a nice day, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow, and we will have another assignment, always another assignment. So everybody have a nice day. Oh, that was terrible. Let me try it again. Oh. Can I actually do it? Oh, that was so close. Nope. Okay, well. Everybody have a good one. Missed again. This is terrible. Y'all are going to make fun of me. If anybody sees this, I don't know.